So, the thing that everybody has been waiting for, the competition to win that wonderful Sealy toolbox and all the tools. Okay, so if you are 18, so up to and including 18 or below, any younger, and you have been working on something, or you've done a project, or you're working on a project with your friend, your dad, your uncle, grandfather, on your own, doesn't make any difference. Whether you've finished it, whether you started it, whatever, here's what you have to do. But first, here's what we got up to this week. It is Tuesday, and I'm down here in Ashford, in Kent, believe it or not, because I've come down to Ernesto's. But look, it's a doze of a different colour this time. And we're going to basically gather some toys this year. And they're going to go to a charity that basically gives toys to kids that aren't quite as well off as a lot of us. You know, we've been lucky enough over the years to enjoy Christmas, and a lot of families can't afford to do that. Ah. Oh, goody, look. Toys. What we got here, look? Oh, there's a TW, look. TW20. Very nice. Yeah, look at that, look. Yeah. I should be looking at this colour stuff, should I? Should be... It's better. Yeah, go to this side. Ah, look. See, look. Got some red stuff now. A nice lot of boots. Ah, look. Various types of welly. I've got some waterproofs. There. Oh, all the essentials. Look at that, look. How much easy start? All of it. Ah, tools. We do like tools, don't we? They got parts department as well. Look, keeping all the case stuff as filters and bits and bobs. Splendid. Right, I've got to find someone called Tom. Ah, so you must be Tom. No, Tom, you're only right.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Right, so Tom's the one that's very kindly arranged for us to come and collect the toy and that for the charity collection. But while I'm down there, let's have a look in your shop. Got a good lot of stuff in there. But more to the point, nice bit of kit here, nice Puma, look. How nice is that? Is this a demo or is this?
No, this is a new one that's going out to a customer on Friday.
All right, well, sold then. Nice.
Yeah, new sold one, so I've got to go and install that with the demo team on Friday.
Very good, very good. Now, we're down here, as I said, in Ashford, in Kent, the Garden of England, as they like to call it. But Kent's very well known for, well, vineyards, orchards, hop farms, stuff like that. And the thing is, as you know, about, vineyards and orchards, trees, all hanging down, and they knock the branches, they'll knock all the mirrors off and scratch all the bottom. So what you need is something a bit smaller than this. Such as this. Look at that little thing. Right, Tom, so 120F. So what, 120 horse I take it, is it?
Yeah, 120 horse, that's it.
That's what I was saying though, look how nice and low this is, narrow it is, but they do a narrower track as well.
So you've got an F, you've got an N, and you've got a V. So the V is the narrowest of the lot, so that'll be for a vineyard, which we get a lot of down here now. And N will be in between the two, in between an F and a V, and then you've got the F, so there's something for everything.
How cool are they? Oh, brilliant, isn't it? We don't, obviously, up our way, we don't see anything like this, because it's all big kit, we don't have many vineyards and whatever. But I'm surprised how low they've got that bar. That's ideal, isn't it? Because you think about it, if that's the higher that is, the more branches can catch and scratch. Obviously, as wide as it is, they've got to get down narrow sort of passageways, with trees growing and that, haven't they? Yeah. But on the other side of that, they haven't lost comfort for the driver, have they?
No, so these new ones have come with a flat floor. So we used to have a transmission tunnel in here, which made it uncomfortable. Nowhere to put your lunch. So we've got that covered now. We've got a screen that you can work through like you can in the big tractors.
I tell you what, I'm shocked at that. I thought this would be very, very basic, but no, it's not at all, is it?
These operators are spending all day in the cab, so they need.
I suppose so. Yeah. I'm gonna have to have a sit in this now and see if us. Let's have a look there, Marcus. Do you know what? This is all right. I mean, you wouldn't. I wouldn't have expected this style of console and everything, especially that.
Yeah.
In a vineyard tractor. Look at this, like. I thought that'd have been 2 gear levers, spool lever up and down. But then again, I mean, as you said, they're spending a long days in these, aren't they? You know. Yeah. And have they got aircon in these?
Yeah, aircon. Most of them will come with the Cat 4 cabs for spraying.
Oh yeah, because they have the sprayers on, don't they, as well? You always hear people moaning about, you know, oh yes, I don't need electric spools, I don't need all this power shifts and electronic. I want a basic tractor. Just look at this little thing here, like badged as a farm all. Now, me and Saunders saw something similar to this back at the Doe show, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And I was impressed with it then because there you go, no frills. Look at this, look. So you got just normal spools, you got a gearbox, you ain't even got a cab, look. I mean, that's as basic as they come. It's just like an old school tractor. I'm not saying I'd want to spend all day on it, but there are those that keep saying, no, we want something basic. Well, there you go. Everything you'd want, but nothing more. Just the basic stuff. Spools, gear lever, steering wheel, and a roll bar. It's got mirrors. So like things like this then, Tom, who would buy these now?
So we've done a couple of them this year. We've done one to a fishing lake. We've done one to a shoot. Yeah. So anything really. They're multi-purpose if you're just looking after a paddock or if you want to do a bit more with it.
They're nice, isn't they? So what horsepower is it?
Yeah, 55 as it says on the bonnet, 55.
Simple as that.
50. Simple as that.
But it's still a nice size. Do you know what I mean? That's not... Look, 4-wheel drive, power steering. So I want to pick, I don't want power steering. I bet you wouldn't give up the power steering. But, yeah, it's all right, mate. Now, engine. What engine just got?
FPT.
And that is all you need to know. It's got the FPT engine in it.
Do you want to take this one for the kids' charity? That'd be lovely.
You wouldn't mind, John.
Yeah, of course.
There you are, look. How not Optum as well, look. How good is that? No, appreciate that.
No, not a problem at all.
So it's just going to make Christmas better for, you know, for someone.
Yeah, well, we don't mind helping that out.
No, I appreciate that. So you might as well. It's worth coming, wouldn't it? It is Friday, and I'm here at Ritchie Brothers up at Maltby. Now, by the time you're watching this video, which will be Wednesday night, the auction itself will already happened and taken place. So therefore, either myself or one of you lot has bought this. Who knows? But you've got to be in it to win it, haven't you? Now, I woke up this morning to, I thought, just clear blue skies. But instead, overnight, we'd had a little sprinkling of snow. Well, I say a little bit of a sprinkling. Everywhere was just covered this morning. It was beautiful. But anyway, if you'd have watched the other videos, you'd have seen all that. But we're not getting the skis out quite yet.
Just gonna hold her wide. Gonna be a good day.
But speaking of changes, and not just in the weather, there's been a big change here at Maltby. Right, so quick bit of history. This site, first shaft for the coal mining was sunk in 1910. So well over 100 years ago now. And the site closed in 2013. And like with so many of the, closures, the pit closures around this area, there's job losses and whatever, and the communities that were built up over those 100 years or so dispersed to get other work and employment. So what you're seeing here is reinvestment, and that's the encouraging thing for me. And now that Ritchie Brothers are no longer leasing this site, they've bought it. So there again, another great secure investment for the future. I mean, that's just such a positive thing. As I said, for employment, for local businesses and whatever, and to be fair, for the rest of us that want to buy kit. They're now putting on auctions every month. I've been started for 3 days, sat here, frost after frost for the last few days. Sweet as a nut. Look at that though. Whoever was the driver of this before looked after it, you can see that, both inside and out. And she hasn't been had, I think, you know, the easiest alive, but whoever had it, as I said, has looked after it. Credit to whoever was the driver of that one. This old girl, look. Bit of a classic here. And she's quite straight as well. Ideal, I reckon, for dirt perfect. What do you reckon, Mike? Worth a bid? I've just got the biggest belt of ether. Someone's got something starting with a bit of difficulty. Oh, TM, look. Left hooker. Very nice. That looks like some kind of Bowser. Maybe there's a big Bowser in there or something. Yeah, it must be. Flow meter. Hose. That's a handy bit of kit. Someone. Junior Mog. That's nice. Don't know what's going on in there though. Some sort of. Well, that's obviously got an issue with the winch. The winch is just constantly engaged by the looks of it. Sounds nice apart from the winch, which it's not going to be a big problem, but oh girl, sounds nice. Right, well we're going to go for a cold start. How nice is that? Not even a trace of smoke. It's a nice dozer. Look at these tracks on this. They're different, aren't they? They're not big old flat plates with a grosser. They're just like these triangle lumps. That, yeah, something different, that's for sure.
Several months later.
How dare you?
That is a nice bit of kit. Not something you often see over here in the UK. It's old cat pipe layer. Now some people say, oh that's alright, because you can take all that off and just put a dozer blade on them. Now a dozer is different to a pipe layer, because a dozer, the tracks can sort of move independently of each other. They sort of swing and pivot, you know, you see where they go. So where they can keep themselves level while the tracks ride over the ground. Because a pipe layer has got weight all on one side, the last thing you want is basically, you know, suspension as such we'll say, because that will roll and dip, because go over. So theirs is fixed. And that way the whole thing is sort of locked solid so that it can lift pipes out on one side and put in a pipeline. So that's not as straightforward as you think. But I have to say, in all the time I've been coming up here to Ritchie Brothers, it's probably the nicest bit of kit I've seen. For me, that's just a proper, genuine, old school cat. What a fucking treat. This is what so many of you have been waiting for. And it's how to be in with a chance of winning this. The fantastic SEALEY top box in black. So how do you go about having a chance of winning this? It's very simple. Right, if you go to my Facebook page, which is the Lord Muck one, which looks like this, make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you like the Facebook page, and then there'll be a post on there. By the time this video goes out, the post should be up. Right, so if you are up to and including 18 years of age, you're able to enter. Simple as that, all right? But I don't want someone that's in their 50s pretending that they're 7 years old, right? I do mean you, Fudweasel. Because we will check, all right? Obviously, we'll be in contact and we will check the story through, so don't worry about that. But anyway, listen, go on to that Facebook post on my Facebook page, right? And that one alone. Nowhere else, don't want entrance anywhere else, just on that post. When you go on there, you'll see it. Put your photos and put your description about the project. You know, a bit about yourself, how old you are, why you've chosen that project and how it's coming along, or if you've finished it, if you're halfway, whatever. Just tell us a bit about it. And then in, 2 or 3 weeks' time, and we'll look, just keep putting them on there. We'll announce the date when we'll say, look, it's going to be closing by the whatever, all right? So just keep putting them on there for the minute. Myself, the Fudweasel, George Saunders, Kimberly, Ken Smith from Ernesto's, we're all going to have a look at them. There'll be 1 or 2 others as well cast their eye over it, because, we like their opinion. We'll narrow that down to our top 3. And then we will announce who the winners are. So in 3rd, 2nd, and obviously 1st place. 1st place will obviously be the toolbox, all right? And then we'll have maybe a smaller little tool set for maybe 2nd, and then some other goodies for 3rd. But listen, now even if you don't win 1st, 2nd, or 3rd prize, if you take the time to enter, then we'll make sure that you get something. A little goodie bag or something. Maybe some stickers from myself, or maybe some bits from Ernesto's, even New Holland. That might be a baseball cap or something like that. But we'll make sure you get something, all right? But look, what good is a toolbox with no tools? So, very kindly, with Ernesto's and SEALEY, they have given us some tools to put in your toolbox. So there's some pry bars there. Lovely screwdriver set. Well, everyone needs a socket set, all right? So there's a nice 1/4 and 1/2 inch socket set there. You're gonna have to have some Allen keys, or hex keys as they call them. They're Allen keys. Allen wants them back. We've got, them security bits. Everyone these days has those little security bit sets, which are really annoying because you have to jam. No, you don't do that. Use the proper tools. Pliers. Adjustables. We've got 1 metric, 1 imperial. Long nose, offset needle nose pliers. I do like these. These are very, very handy. Once you've got a pair, you'll use them more than you think. Got a set of spanners, you gotta have them. These are an 11-piece metric combination. So we've got everything. This is honestly like Christmas here. Got some more of those look at that, a full set of those needle nose. Well, that's quite nice. We've got a little aluminium pen light. Another one, I think that's a metric one, so we're all good with that. Adjustable. And another, we've got 4 adjustables. This one's imperial. That's good. Need to know that. Hacksaw, right? Not all jobs go as well as you think they would. So you need a hacksaw. Look at that, like. So we've got that. We also got, standing up. You need one of these in your toolbox. Obviously under supervision. And you've got a nice little junior hacksaw, you see? Again, for when those jobs don't go quite right. So anyway, big thanks to Ernesto's, and I say especially, Ken Smith, because he's been instrumental in helping us do this to encourage, the youngsters into the industry. So that is how you've got the opportunity of having a chance of winning all this. How much of it? All of it. All right? So there we go, muckers. So it's as simple as that. Just make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you like that Facebook page. And you can also find me on Instagram. There's a lot going on there. And yeah, that's how you can be with a chance of winning that toolbox. Now, for those of you that are feeling left out, if you have a chance of winning that genuine Michelin Man, the old Bibendum, to go on your tractor, simply watch last week's video, and that'll tell you how to do that as well. Isn't that right, dog? Yes. Oh, sleepy now? Are you tired now? So, looks like it's that time again, Marcus. I've done you cold, didn't you? Anyway, there you go. Until the next one. Do well. So, we've got this about 4-footer bar on the front there, and there's absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, we can probably put an extension on. Did the gas board know you got that?
Yeah, I dug it up the other week.
That's good. Right, now I'm just going to make sure that...
I'd stand back if
I was going to do that because, yeah.
Any movement?
No. Even if we can get this free, the rest of it tells me...
Oh, I haven't told you. The fuel pump's completely seized as well.
You didn't tell me about the fuel pump.
There might be some other bits and pieces as well, but...
All right. Look, that's the...
Look, we've started now. We might as well finish it.
Why didn't you... Seriously, why didn't you say about the fuel pump? Because that would have told me a lot more, to be honest.
Yeah, you wouldn't have turned up.
Yeah, there is that.
There's a problem with the gearbox as well.
What?
It's a bit stuck.